Hello, everyone, and welcome to the stream. I am Razim, and this evening we are enjoying a bit of Dungeons and Dragons with our Tuesday Rooms and Reptiles group. Good to have you all,
Hell yeah.
and I leave this to Rock and Dova.
I gotta bring up the window.
You good to go?
Yeah, it wasn't loading for some reason.
And so he failed.
Oh.
It's Rock. I'm awesome.
Yeah.
Last time on Rooms and Reptiles, we went out on an adventure to look at a mine or something. As we got there, it was quiet, calm, and peaceful. Then these lizard things started coming out of the woodwork. Oh, this was going to be a fun battle. Well, until my ember got hit. I blacked out and don't remember much, other than waves of lizards and swarms of bugs making most of the party going down. Damn bugs. At the murdering spree, I came to.
Alright. So, last session, the party was set upon by an ambush of quite a large number of lizard-like troglodytes. Get the rhyme. Following which, after apparently being released by one of the troglodytes, a formidable swarm of flesh-eating insects also harassed the party, forcing Eric's unconscious at least once. At the current moment, the party is tending to their wounds and trying to sort of make sense of what just happened, what they were guarding, or what's going on here. So, what are you all doing? As I try to find spells in the GM interface.
I'm 10 Ollie and Ember.
Alright. Ember took a few small hits, but it doesn't seem that any of the bandages which you own would be able to help, as quite a few of them seem like they would just burn against the almost fissures that have been opened up in Ember's charcoal-like skin.
Alright, he's gonna think to Ember if there's any way he can help.
You feel from Ember. Probably not. She seems very hardy, and that any sort of healing is beyond your ability to help. A lot of magic going on here.
Alright,
None of which you're, yeah.
Yeah. He'll nod, but he'll smile. It's like, that scar looks badass on you.
It does look really badass. The three lines, just like the three lines going through one eye, like the super big claw mark. Each of the actual lines glowing orange dimly.
Of course, his horse would have battle scars.
Mm-hmm.
Not him.
Just the horse, and everyone except
He's
for...
too powerful.
It takes a lot to scar the rock. And that's what he's doing.
We just
Take
got
care
a
of
rim
that
shot.
Terrible.
There it is.
I forgot to set it so
Even
you guys
worse.
could hear. Fix that.
So that's what he's doing.
Yes. All right. Let me see. Cobalt.
Yes.
As part of your work on the golem, you have had to start looking for a particular kind of rock. It exists in subterranean deposits, as it doesn't really react well to moisture. But you know that there is some on this island. There's numerous caves, and a good number of them which extend deep enough to actually have these stone. You do remember your compatriots talking about a feature to the north, a large cave which might exist. So you started to head that way using both your cloak to enter the... First of all, how dare you? Using a bit of clever manipulation of your cloak of stars and your own teleportation ability to start heading towards and following their footsteps. As you are approaching the area in which the party is currently located, you see quite a large number of these floating, almost wisps, gently drifting upwards from this small, what is it called? This small opening in the cliff side. Or sorry, not in the cliff side, but oh, I'm thinking of a word which describes this location perfectly, but I can't think of it.
A bluff? A cave?
No, it's... I think a cave would probably fit. Here, I'll show you the map.
A ravine?
Maybe you can... Nah, kind of. I remember there being a grotto. That's what it is. I think.
Okay.
Kind of. Either way. As you approach closer, you notice vague humanoid features on these wisps. Some having arms, legs, lizard-like tails, but distinctly not kobolds. And as you kind of look up into the sky, floating ever closer to the grotto, you see this many-limbed mass up in the sky, and with its numerous sort of tentacles and graspers, it lashes out at the rising wisps as they are dragged back to its body. They disappear somewhere with completely soundlessly as well. What do you do?
You kind of cut out there, so it's grabbing wisp things and putting into his body?
Yes.
Is this in the astral plane?
Yes.
Do I see you said I was near the grotto where my comrades are. Do I see them?
If you're in the astral plane, I do not believe you would.
Oh. How was I
But you'd see
traveling?
the scenery.
How was I traveling using the astral plane?
A gleaming endowment.
If you have, and this is what you've learned recently, in very certain conditions, it is possible to use the astral plane to actually travel. but only to those who you have a
Word of our
very close
dubious
connection with.
claim spreads.
Okay, cool.
Okay, I can't copy paste this for some reason, but Weasels, thank you so much for that donation. Dova, he says, Zell went exploring and encountered a merchant from a place called Nya something, and trades for a few good canisters of this spray with a big slash through insects.
All right, he goes and buys some bug spray. Very, very strong, potent stuff as well. You know, because bugs are very pleasant and just a wonderful thing to deal with. But yes, thank you so much.
Yes.
Mhm.
So,
So yeah, Cobalt.
What does this thing look like? Does it look like what does it look like?
Almost like a beholder, but with eyes in every single direction. And its body is immense. It's hard to tell distance, but it looks massive. It's quite far away now as well. So, yeah. The body itself is made up of a mass of writhing tentacles and ligaments. And it doesn't seem to be focused on you right now. At least not fully.
So if I were to leave the astral plane right now, would I return to my original spot, or like somewhere between?
So you have, in very certain conditions, very rare conditions, when things align just right, you can use the astral plane to travel to things which you have a very, very close emotional connection to.
Mhm.
You can't
I
use it
got-
any other way in that regard. This is the only real way that it works like this, in
Okay.
which you can travel.
And is this thing blocking my path or something?
No, it's far above, ensnaring these wisps as they pass maybe 500 feet over the grotto.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna go to the grotto.
All right.
I'm gonna wave and say hi and see if it notices me. But I'm gonna be prepared to go in to leave the astral plane and go to the grotto in case I get in trouble.
It does actually notice you, although you appear to be out of its reach for the moment. And
That's
as
good.
a multitude of eyes just sort of scan over you, could you give me a wisdom saving throw?
Yes, hopefully. Actually, probably not. Hey, I got really high actually.
A multitude of voices coming from seemingly every single conceivable direction tries to persuade you to move closer, to move within the grasp of the beautiful entity in front of you. But you sense some insincerity in that, and keep your current position.
I'm just gonna
You
be
reason
like,
that it's probably not a good idea.
I'm just gonna say, I'm a dip, and then go to the grotto.
All right. After spending so long in the astral plane, you are quite disoriented when normal gravity returns. In addition, it seems that your perception of where down should be has also slightly changed. So as the others are tending to their wounds, you hear a sound almost like a very heavy zipper opening as Cobalt tumbles down from about 5 feet up, upside down, and basically just falls in a heap, struggling to get back up kind of shakily and dizzy.
Why are you guys upside down? As he says, on his head, upside down.
Ah, child, but understand, it is you who is upside down.
What are they doing right now? Just resting?
They're currently patching their wounds, cleaning off all the dead insects and their own blood from their clothing.
I
Okay.
exploded many insects today.
So many insects.
I ate a
Did you use
few.
shatter?
You're welcome.
Did you use shatter?
Repeatedly.
Shatter is great.
And thankfully, Dova let me do it at half damage so I didn't hit my party members.
Is that in
So
character?
should we try to get
No.
some rest in here?
Okay.
I don't know about the rest of you, but I could definitely use some rest.
I would like my spell slots back, yes.
Oh, hey!
Cobalt,
I've got
you wanna-
7th level spells now!
Oh wait, we leveled
Not
up?
j-
Or just them?
Everybody leveled up.
To their team. Cobalt did it somehow.
By hard work on my golem and encountering an interdimensional astral being.
No,
Sounds about right.
he was in the party, and so he got party XP.
Ah,
That's also true.
The sponging technique.
The experience share was turned on.
Hey, to be fair, I like that technique. Fallout 76 does not have that. You
Yeah, it does.
only... No. If you... Well, for quests and stuff, you do get... Everybody gets some experience, yes. But I'm talking about the main meat of the experience in this game, which is killing things.
Yeah, you just need a perk, and then you get it.
You get part of it.
Yeah, you get part of
Hey.
you get part of the XP, and I got part of the textures.
Ooh, got him.
I know that sound, but... I missed what it was.
All right, Cobalt, do you want to pop Lehman's tiny hut because my version of it didn't work very well?
I do that.
All right.
Okay. Weasels is level 11 now. Oh, cool.
Just look at that.
Hey,
I
got
guess
ability
that
from
sound
Griffin.
got messed up because it was supposed to be... And Atet is also leveled up. That sound's supposed to be for, bits, and I was like, oh, hey, somebody donated bits.
Hey.
I mean, this is just as good, just, not quite.
Whoa.
Oh, I get 7th level spells too.
Okay. Books.
You don't get a new 7th level spell, you just can cast a spell at 7th level.
Crap, you're right. Ugh.
I don't know about you guys, but Raku is he's feeling pretty lucky now.
I'll use the best feet.
God. Fucking damn it.
Don't worry,
Yeah.
Dova. Remember Infel and the church. Lucky doesn't help that much.
Does not.
To be fair, I tried picking anything else because there's already a lot of lucky points going around, but there was really nothing else.
Nothing can really compare to it.
If it makes you feel better, Dova, I will not take lucky at all.
Thank goodness.
You can count on me on that.
Hey, I could get plane shift.
I wish I could get that, because that's kind of my whole thing.
Well, next level.
Uh-huh.
See, this is the benefit of not multi-classing.
Yeah,
I'm starting to regret it now, yeah.
I'm not. I look forward to this.
Still trying to find out spells for you, by the way.
Do you wanna?
Just wanna let you know.
I found 2. I can link them to you if you want to hit.
I'm still looking.
All right.
Hey, guys! I
What?
can finally bring a body part back!
Hey, got me
Hey!
covered.
Thank
Oh,
goodness.
good. Just in time for us to not want it.
Rock trucks chopping off people's limbs.
So, what books have spells in them? Elemental Evil, Sword Coast, and anything else?
Xanathar's Guide and Player's Handbook are the main ones. Xanathar's Guide has all of the elemental evil spells added to it. And I think most of the Sword Coast ones as well. But I could be wrong on that. I forget
Alright, I
that
got a
the
good spell for you.
Sword Coast has a few
I'm
spells.
excited.
Cantrip at least.
Oh yeah, do I get a new cantrip too?
Oh, you already have that. Never mind.
Oh.
I can't give that to you.
crashed when I tried to load.
Why do you have so many
Xanathar's.
cantrips?
Because I took Pack of the Tome. Remember?
All
You
right.
got 3 extra. Like, if you build a warlock right, you can get a crap ton of cantrips.
Yeah. Let me see. That one's too easy. That one's too simple. Hmm. Here we go. That seems pretty solid for you.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Hey guys, thank you both for the bits. We're getting
Someone else
cheered.
leveling up too?
I'm seeing a theme.
Is someone else leveling up their Kobold too?
Those last 2 were 10 bits each.
Hey. I wonder how many bits I have. I should do an ethereal influence.
You can't influence your own game.
Says who?
Says
Yeah.
Zim.
I
So,
mean,
you can do things without
technically,
influence.
yeah, he could just do it without needing to influence it.
I'll do it anyways.
He just
I'll-
wants to be a
I'll-
part of the
I mean, yeah, technically I'm not part of the party, so
But Dova you could go and influence the Friday
I
group.
think I could. I'm never online when they're on though. I'm always at
Or
work.
Same. I
hopefully
work on
this
Friday.
this upcoming Monday, the new Monday group's gonna be streaming.
The new Monday group.
I already work on Mondays though.
Same.
I work from 3:30 to 10 at night. Hey. Dare
I may
give
have
you
to throw
I'm not
money
gonna
at
give
you for
that.
Friday's group.
Wow. How rude. Mind Spike, that sounds pretty cool.
Man, I wish
There
we
you go.
had that queued up for when we defeated the. I always forget what it's called. Whatever that ultimate evil was at the end of the 2nd season.
The heart of the world.
Yeah, the heart of the world. It's just like it. There's the big explosion from the usurper, and then it's just. Oh!
Ooh,
It's the fucking Minecraft hurt sound.
The Roblox, right?
pretty sure it's Roblox.
It is, yeah, it is Roblox, but I don't know, I feel like I like the Minecraft hurt sound more.
Ooh, that's a good one. I give you an extra strong tails thumbs up for that one, Nova.
Mm.
I like that one.
Nova.
Yeah?
At some point, you think you could finally give me that item for my Spyglass.
Yeah, I'll start making that. I apparently never got around to it. Cool.
Thanks, man.
Add.
Oh, I didn't know changelings were in this one.
Oh yeah,
And Warforged.
Warforged are a little bit strong.
Warforged are amazing.
Yes, I love Warforged. I made a level 1 Warforged with 20 AC once.
Yep.
Level 1.
But Warforged are pretty hard to actually roleplay because
Yeah.
Mhm.
They don't
which
need,
is
they don't need as much sleep, though.
fantastic.
Okay, I gotta restart my fantasy grams.
Yeah.
Every
break
time
it?
usually when I try to open up
Yeah,
Xanathar's
I broke
Guide,
it.
Nice.
usually when I load Xanathar's Guide in, it has a lot of trouble.
Well, I
Hey,
already
Queen,
had
what's your
Xanathar's
spell?
Guide open. One moment, stream peoples. You can enjoy whatever image this is. Oh yeah, the creepy picture of Skyfox from Saturday.
I just see blackness.
that was my game. I was playing the 76 beta with Zim and another person, and I didn't have any textures. Okay, I had like 10% of the textures, so most of the world was black.
And also, Skyfox's model, for some reason, was just distorted.
Yeah, I think it gave him like one of the monsters' frames or models. So it was just the black outline of like a Wendigo.
Who is typing?
Hello?
Hi.
Hello?
Alright, here you go, Riku. I have the item, and I will put it in your inventory.
Yay.
It is called the Enhanced Spyglass.
That doesn't sound like a very, regal name.
I mean, you can rename it.
I know, but this is what the snooty person's like. Yes, I have an enhanced spyglass.
Hey, it says in the description it's using fancy magics.
Yeah.
It's Enhanced Spyglass. Here, how about,
Oh no, where did Sim go? He's not on the fantasy grounds anymore.
Jesus, a spyglass that weighs 5 pounds.
Dude!
it's this fine European spyglass here, right? Okay.
I like how my description to figure out what it does says, and other various functionalities with other magic items.
Yeah, it interfaced with the map.
No, it didn't. You told me it didn't.
Didn't I? I thought I told you it did.
No, I was trying to ask if it did, and you're like, no.
Must have been my imagination. I'll go back to my patrol route now.
Air on your neck.
Must have been the wind.
Hey guys, what do you think about Tensor's transformation? It turns a wizard into a fighter.
That sounds pretty cool, I guess.
Gain temporary 50 HP. You have an advantage on attack rolls. You make simple martial weapons. When you hit a target with a weapon attack, that target takes 2d12 extra force damage. Proficiency with all armor, shields, simple weapons, and martial weapons. You have proficiency in strength and con saving throws, and you can attack twice instead of once. So you ignore this if you already have extra.
How long does that last for?
One action, concentration to 10 minutes.
Mm.
And once it ends, make a DC 50 con saving throw or suffer exhaustion.
Wait, DC 50?
15.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so this spell is perfect.
I mean, while you're doing that, you can't cast any more spells because you need concentration.
Well, yeah, but then I fight because I'm a fighter now.
But then you have to carry all those weapons on you.
I can conjure them.
What are the stats on conjured weapons?
Whatever I want, whatever they are normally are.
Wasn't sure if it was gonna be like the lightsaber and Venture Bros. I was just it does nothing.
Okay, I think my fantasy grounds is recovered. So, I think we need to, rest. Long rest.
That's what I was saying earlier.
Nah.
What?
You sure?
I'm not talking about here necessarily, I'm just saying in general.
And I was saying Lehman's tiny hut.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, Leomin's tiny hut then. Get on it, Cobalt.
I did it.
Oh.
So, as a small, opaque shelter appears within view, the barrier is not solid for you all. However, you know that it is solid from the outside. And you can also see out of it. It is comfortably warm inside, and the humidity in the night air outside is slowly sort of faded away as you are inside. So, you all sleeping for the night? Just dying right there?
It's been a long day.
It has been
They're
a very
practically
long day.
dead as is, so...
Mm-hmm.
I'll take a watch.
Hi.
I am more okay. I didn't go down like some others.
That's a long pause.
The
As in
hell?
or Eric's.
I
This
can
sounds
get-
completely wrong.
Wait, what sounds wrong?
Oh, sorry.
I can get this new spell called Mirage Arcane. I guess I can completely change an area of up to 1 square mile. I guess I can make it completely different. And technically, I could keep this up forever.
Huh. Spells it?
Mirage Arcane. I mean, it's got a duration of 10 days, and there's no material components. So literally, as far as my eye can see, you know, up to a mile.
As long as you're there, I guess.
Yeah, so I just go back to the spot. I could make our entire area into, in every way, it is like it is, completely different.
It is only an illusion, though.
It is an illusion, however, as it says at the bottom, creatures with true sight can see through the illusion to the terrain's true form. However, all other elements of the illusion remain. So while the creature is aware of the illusion's presence, the creature can still physically interact with the illusion.
Oh, wow.
The illusion includes audible, visual, tactile, and olfactory elements. So it can turn clear ground into difficult terrain, or vice versa, or otherwise impede movement through the area.
That's pretty cool.
It is a cool spell. I'm not sure what the exact use I might have for it.
Create a paradise.
I could. Actually, I really could. I might
You
have
could
to.
give Cobalt a treat and essentially make a Willy Wonka's like candy room.
I can add buildings and such to it. And it's as if they are actually there.
You can
Great.
create a world of OSHA violations.
Oh my god, I just had an excellent idea for a character.
The funny part about
Is it
that
Willy
is I
Wonka?
just took OSHA training too.
Nice. Sadly, I had the opportunity to be OSHA certified.
Ooh.
I had to get a certification from them, but I did not. Because I took
Right.
apparently the wrong class from the wrong calendar, or from the wrong catalog.
Currently, I'm trying to work on my my state regulated food safety certification.
Nice.
Hey, Brock.
Where do you work?
Huh? I get it through my work for free.
Oh, nice.
Gotta take like a class, and then it's like an official certification.
All right. Let's actually, get back to the game.
Yes.
That's
But Dova.
What? What?
I can reverse gravity.
Fucking high level magic.
actually getting bullshit.
This spell reverses gravity in a 50-foot radius, 100-foot high cylinder centered on a point within range. All creatures and objects that aren't somehow anchored to the ground in the area fall upward and reach the top of the area when you cast the spell. A creature can make a dexterity saving throw to grab onto a fixed object it can reach, thus avoiding the fall. Oh, it does fall damage too!
Battle cry may give me away.
If some solid object, such as a ceiling, is encountered in this fall, falling objects and creatures strike it just as they would during a normal downward fall. If an object or creature reaches the top of the area without striking anything, it remains there, oscillating slightly for the duration. At the end of the duration, affected objects and creatures fall back down.
Nice. Anyways, back to the game.
I like this spell. Also, Brock, I got a firestorm.
He glares at you.
Right. So, you guys bed down for your rest as the night turns to day. The familiar heat of the jungle returning. Ray, you were going to take a watch. When would your watch be?
Who?
I'm sorry, Riku.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Jeez, good lord.
Just take the first watch.
All right. You would not really see anything immediately dangerous. However, and you all would have gotten your rest by now, so let's do bang. Bang, okay?
Yep.
As you all start to... You all wake up at roughly the same time. It's still light out, and you feel you could probably sleep for a little bit longer, but something's wrong. And as you kind of shake the sleep out of your eyes, you all start to notice this. A quiet chittering. And the very low, distant note of heavy wings buzzing. The same sound that those insects made the previous day. I'm sorry, the previous night. And eventually, coming from the mouth of the cave to the west. Actually, I need to grab the freaking map for you all, because that would also be nice to have up. I'm guessing.
Hmm.
Oh man, I hope it doesn't break the game for me this time.
Don't worry, it probably won't. Probably.
Yeah.
Game broken?
Let's see if I can resize it. Oh, okay. It's looking all right so far. Yes. Yes. Enhance. Enhance.
Enhance!
Can you
Too far.
reshare it for
Dova.
me? It
Enhance.
vanished.
Yeah?
Does
Yeah?
Rowan? Did you decide about Rowan and class levels?
No, he
I have
hasn't,
not.
because he hasn't thought about it. He completely forgot about it this whole time.
Cobalt's a psychic.
But Dova,
Oh,
you said you would.
I forgot about it. I'm busy.
Oh yeah, we've got an influence. Sorry.
Come on. Why'd you forget about that?
Because I was looking at reversing gravity.
Hmm.
Oh jeez. Alright, I'm sending this one to you, Dova.
Okay.
Where am I on this map?
You're not on it. You're actually not on the combat tracker because you weren't here.
Ah,
There you are. You are now on the combat tracker. And you are also now on the map.
it me, the kobold.
Kale is down to his normal size. His normal, very small size. I'm assuming you would have gone to rest somewhere over here. As a...
I think we would have done it more up against the rock face.
Which where?
Isn't this a cliff up here?
Yeah.
Yeah, so probably around here instead.
Alright. Ooh, is this Witcher music? I think it is. I recognize those guitars anywhere.
No, this
Perfect.
is not Witcher music. This is Donkey Kong
sorry.
music. That
Sorry, my
is
music.
remixed, and it's not Witcher.
Sorry, I had some music on.
Oh. So you remember the Witcher music, but you can't remember whether Rowan gets some class levels.
Anyways, as you all become more and more aware of this buzzing, you see from the mouth of the cave in the dusk hours, as the sunlight just begins to disappear, you see this flowing carpet of those same flesh-eating insects flow out of the cave. A veritable cloud dispersing in many directions, scattering off into the night sky, and with a sizable amount scavenging on the corpses which you have left behind. The number that's currently around you is at least 20 times more than you directly faced against during the previous battle. As the quite unnerving sound of their continuous buzzing and eating is almost deafening, even through the opaque walls
I'm
of
gonna
the,
mute
of
the
the
outside
shelter.
world.
All right, and now it becomes quiet. However,
Shut up.
the
Can I-
visuals remain.
Can I do a perception check
What you looking for?
to see if they noticed us?
Go ahead. It doesn't seem so. There's quite a lot of other more distracting
Interesting.
smells, such as the now cold bodies of the troglodytes left on the forest floor. That they don't seem to really notice the very strange shape of the temporary shelter that you're in.
Would Ember be inside the shelter, or would she be outside?
Inside, it's a lot bigger than it seems.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure how the doorway.
However, with
Fit.
Ember inside, it starts to become slightly more warm than you would hope.
Until I make it completely comfortable inside.
It's still, radiating heat
It's
directly onto you.
Toasty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, we just turn the temperature down, and then Ember essentially becomes a fireplace.
Kind of, yeah.
Come on, Dova.
Rock would be leaning on her for warmth. Rock likes warm things.
Uh-huh.
It's like his own little heat lamp.
Nice.
Are just the bugs eating?
Yes.
Hmm.
Quite a lot of them are almost swarming over the protective cover of the shelter, though they just seem to be resting on it and looking for more food. They don't seem to be actually trying to get in, or even aware that you can get in. They are not very smart, for obvious reasons.
Hmm. I'm gonna have a hand on my axe, just in
Alright.
case.
All right.
I don't think there's much I can do.
How long does the shelter last?
8 hours.
All right. You would be coming up on the end of that.
How much longer do I have? Do I know?
You have about an hour and a half left.
Alright, I'm gonna start ritual casting it.
All right. You would manage to recast it before it runs out. Unfortunately, it is in slightly the wrong place and shifts over to the right just about an inch. However, that inch is enough for some of the insects that were previously on the outside to find themselves on the inside. A small number, maybe 20.
Mhm.
However,
Wait,
this,
small number, maybe 20.
compared to the amount that's currently surrounding you. These things are about the size of quarters.
They're teeny tiny.
Yeah, they're not, the size of your fist. But these are quite large insects. Their legs are larger than the diameter of the quarter, of course. But their bodies themselves are about the size of a quarter. They look similar to mosquitoes, except without the needle-like proboscis. Instead, they have jaws and pedipalps, mouth parts that look similar to a beetle, except with much sharper-looking teeth. I have been pinged. There you are. Cobalt.
Yes.
Actually, there are now 20 of these insects inside the shelter with you. and most of which are trying to get a quick meal, aka taking a little of your flesh and trying to get out. What do you do?
What was I gonna say?
As every single one of you feels a vague itching sensation on the back of your neck, on the back of your thigh, on the
Oh, we
outside
can-
of your forearm.
We can see them, can't we?
You can see them.
How do you fight these things? Do you have to fight them individually, like all 20?
Fire was a very good option. And as you're actually, in the moment after the spell was cast and shifted, you actually hear a number of small sizzling popping noises as they get a bit too close to Ember.
I guess Acid Splash would be the easiest way to kill a group of them.
It would probably be easy.
So I'm gonna try that.
Alright.
Because it's meant to hit more than one target.
Okay. Acid Splash, I believe that is aimed at a single creature.
They make a dex save.
Alright.
And then a target within 5 feet also makes a dex save. I don't know how you want to do that with multiple tiny things.
20 deck saves.
What's the DC?
16.
16?
No, wait. I think it's different now. 8 plus 5, it's 13. 15. It was 14, now it's 15.
Alright. Well, the first group tied. Does that mean... Well, they pass it. Does that mean they still have to roll the second?
Yes.
Alright.
It has like 2 separate attacks.
They would fail the second.
Okay. Do I need to roll damage?
Splash. Yeah, please. All right. As a mist of acid is flung into the air by Cobalt, a number of the insects are caught in it and sizzle away. However, there are still roughly 5, from what you can gather, of the with the buzzing noise. They're rather fast, and they know how to avoid your gaze. It almost seems like. Before you all are able to either slap them away or kill them with magic, you all take 1 point of piercing damage. Who's the tallest?
I think either
both
Sully or
Sully
Alex.
and me.
All
I
right,
think we're the
Sully,
same
you would
height.
take. Sully, you would take 2 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
As you all are bitten at least once. And these are fairly nasty bites as well. All right. So, as night finally begins to fall, the insects seem to flow back into the cavern. And after about an hour to 2 hours, the clearing is empty once again. The only indication that there were troglodytes in here is a stray femur.
Corpse. Okay.
Not even bones at this point.
I'm surprised we didn't murder them.
There's a lot of them.
Rock shrugs.
Bugs don't have teeth.
Hmm He
At least not
nods.
at least not the ones he's looking for.
Mm-mm. Rockrock's gonna look to Eric and say, "What was the point of coming here again?"
Mostly to explore.
It's gone so well so far.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've ever heard Rock complain about killing things before.
Well, understand, this is Chult, and he's got no teeth.
Yeah, these are bugs. Bugs are not fun to fight.
No, it's he got no teeth. People got hurt, and then and most of the party got butts ripped. There was no honor in this fight. It was just like kicking a hornet's nest. Even Rock it's just like there was no point into this. He'll step out of the tent too.
All right.
Well, the bugs are gone now, which is good.
Bugs are gone. It had been replaced by a different sort of insects, one which are more common. Various mosquitoes, flies, horse flies.
Goddamn fruit flies.
Yep, fruit flies, eating your candies. Which, speaking of, in an odd phenomena, your candy wand spontaneously just
Activates?
acts. Yep, activates. Creating what looks to be like a small paper wrapped ingot or a bar of some sort.
Ah, a candy for them.
The wrapper is will be a common color. Is red with a large white S on it. That's the only marking there is.
It's a Skittle. Just one.
Just one Skittle. With future advances in miniaturization, you can fit 2 in here.
Oh, jeez. How impressive. I'm gonna eat the whole thing.
All right.
Obviously, it's tasty because the sweet one summoned it.
All right. I'm guessing you unwrap it.
Sure.
No. That no is also okay.
I don't know what this is. I've never had it before. Are you okay, Dova?
So would you unwrap it or would you not unwrap it?
Sure. I'll unwrap it.
All right. As you are unwrapping it, you're confused as what looks to be a chocolate bar kind of from the side. You see kind of tucked in the packaging, just on top of the bar, is a shiny foil golden slip of what looks like paper.
Jeez.
I'm gonna.
Wonka!
I'm gonna show everyone the shiny thing I got out of my candy, and how it's amazing.
Raku's gonna look at it with the magnifying glass from his jeweler's kit.
All right. It is not actually gold. If you would manage to actually calm Cobalt down enough to get a close look at it. It is more just shiny paint on paper. But
It's
it
still
looks
great.
really fancy. There is writing on it.
I'm gonna read it.
All right. Greetings, dear customer. You are fortunate. For you, through luck alone, have been chosen to tour my glorious sweets workshop. I look forward to our meeting. and hope that your love of confectionery is as intense as mine.
Kobold's super excited now.
Use scrying to find where this belongs.
Sincerely, Sal Mundus.
He knew most of those words. He's super excited. Do I recognize this name?
Give me a history check.
You got it. Let me get this map out of the way. It's very large. Yeah, I guess that. I'm gonna ask if anyone else recognizes it though, too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, perhaps.
All history checks.
Sure. Rock, you probably would not have heard of it
Yeah,
just before you even roll that.
I probably have.
Wait, what's up?
Yeah. So Rock.
Oh, I know this guy.
Oh yes, you know him. So.
Leave it to the part. Leave it to the...
In the far northern city of Luskan on the Sword Coast, by all accounts, a terrible, cold, bitter, poor city, was once home to a thriving populace. Among them was a extremely skilled and passionate sweets expert going by the name of Sal Mundus. In time, his operation grew, and he eventually ended up exporting a lot of his candies elsewhere. However, in the past, I think it was roughly 20 years ago by your memory, a terrible accident occurred at the main workshop, and it fell into disrepair. You've heard nothing else about it since. It's very possible that something might have happened to kick production back up.
He'll raise an eyebrow very suspiciously.
Rock will too.
So,
Dova,
we're not going there.
Dova, upon seeing the ticket, Cobalt, who had been bedridden for years and years, finally jumps out of bed and proceeds to be a normal human being for once.
No, that would be
No, that's a
Infel.
different movie.
Instead of mooching off his children.
No, that would be Infel, our actual bedridden character. Suddenly, he's strong again.
Suddenly he stands up and dances, and see the looks his family gives him isn't one of amazement, like oh my god he can move. It's one of like oh my god he can move this whole time.
Ah. Somehow he hasn't atrophied to oblivion.
All right, so where were we?
I don't know. What are you guys doing?
I showed up on the ticket and danced around a bit, and looks amazing, and I'm super happy that I won something.
Rock's gonna say that place has been torn down for a long time.
Then how'd I get the ticket?
Shrugs. Does it? Rock would say, does it just say you, or is there an invitation to everyone?
It does not specify.
Alright, cool. Let's bring multiple people anyway.
He's gonna narrow his eyes and go, it's best not to go alone to a ghost factory.
Okay.
And with that, Rockrush is gonna move off and do what he was about to do anyway.
What are you gonna do?
He is gonna go blast the living hell out of this cave entrance.
All right, with what?
Eldritch Blast.
Many, many Eldritch Blasts.
All right.
Raku will go with them.
Are you sure about that?
Investigate the cave that the bugs just went in. Sounds like a
No.
terrible idea.
More blasting at the entrance.
Does anyone have like stone
I mean,
shape or something that we can seal this with?
Unless somebody's gonna stop him, that's what he's gonna do.
I don't have stone shape.
Well, I still think it's a bad idea, but you know.
Why don't Rock? Why don't we try to seal the cave instead of like blasting into it?
He's gonna give you the look of, that's what I'm doing.
Whoever did that, good timing.
And he's gonna prepare for an Eldritch Blast unless somebody stops him.
Now, Sully might join him, because he's looking a little, or they're looking a little heavier than usual.
These
Where's my?
bugs. I agree. Just destroy it. Seal
for
the
combat? Let's
bastards
go.
in there.
Well then, tell me,
Hey,
who
fantasy
has a-
grounds crashed.
Who has a
Yeah.
really big AoE fire spell? Anyone?
I
have
just
shadow-
got Firestorm.
Do it. Initiate with that.
You know, we probably could collapse this entrance with me and Rock's Eldritch Blasts.
Can we change the title? With the stream?
Later,
And the
yeah.
party dies.
Okay.
Too late.
Just oh, well here. I'll just write it down for posterity.
To tell.
So I'm assuming that the idea of what we're doing for the stream is now different, Dova?
Maybe.
I don't even know what the name of the stream is.
Wait, are we just gonna do combat the whole episode like last time?
Dude, we can just farm these bugs and level up.
Very determined.
Just throw a rock
Yeah,
and get a bunch of horde
so
come out.
desperate, I just want to go do something.
All right. Quotations, by the
this?
way. The gang kicks the hornet's nest.
Send that to me on
Um,
Just gotta
Discord.
get the honey from the hornets.
Let me just pop a quick H on this box to let everyone know it's filled with hornets.
I mean, like I said, unless somebody's gonna just roll Eldritch
Pop an
Blast.
H on this so everyone knows it's full of delicious honey.
No, Sully might be joining you. Because they're a little hopped up on something that seems to be very good. It's called power. It's
All right, so as you start to blast at the sides of the cave, it doesn't seem to be doing much. The cave is rather stable, and all you seem to be doing are knocking chips of the stone away from the entrance as they kind of
Incredible.
shower down on the ground.
even with my new power, it's not doing anything.
How big is this entrance?
Roughly 20 feet in diameter.
He's gonna-
No, I
he's
guess
gonna-
15 force damage wouldn't do it.
He's to Ember for her to come over.
Those of you near the cave entrance, can you give me a perception check?
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm trying to load back in.
You're back.
What do I see with my special eyes?
If I see
Give me a moment.
movement, I am casting the lovely
Firestorm?
thing known as Firestorm.
And holding it there, I'd imagine.
Oh yes.
Hey, I found all the things.
Eric's and Raku. Oh, and Cobalt. Are you gonna roll?
Roll for an attack.
No,
Or-
perception.
Perception.
Oh, Yes.
So, Eric's and Raku, you start to hear a very angry buzzing noise coming from the cave.
What could that possibly be?
Who
I
knows?
I'm gonna hold a reaction.
All right. What is that reaction?
As soon as I see like a single bug or swarm of them, I'm popping greater invisibility.
All right.
He bounces. He leaves. He just leaves.
Raku doesn't do that. He just turns invisible.
Rock's gonna. Is Ember next to him?
Yes.
He's gonna hop on top of her and tell her to vanish, so he can see what the ethereal plane looks like.
So Sully, you are left pretty much alone at the mouth of the cave.
I mean, he would have taken Sully with him.
All right. Raku and Eric's and Cobalt, you are left at the mouth of the cave.
Blink. No,
Bye.
Astro Cloak.
Raku and Eric's, you're the only ones at the mouth of the cave.
Hold on. I imagine the cave starts seriously rumbling, and then like they just kind of hold hands.
Just
And
go.
just eventually pop, 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 pop. So
Bye.
So at this point, Eric's is just kind of standing there by himself.
No, Eric's
there.
turns into a bug.
Eric's is
Yeah.
Wild shape. Dismiss Kale.
It's just Rowan standing there.
I'm not leaving Rowan by himself.
That's a good idea. Don't do that.
good fucking lord.
Rowan, I think I'm gonna need your help for us both to just hightail it out of here.
What's going on?
Do you not hear what's
Is
coming
it not-
towards us?
Is it more bugs?
Yes.
I don't like bugs.
Okay, can I climb up
Rowan
on your
says-
back and we can get out of here?
Rowan says what we're all thinking.
He kind of just nods, kind of a little bit
Yo,
antsy.
I need a ride.
I don't know where you are.
Rowan just kind of looks around, tries to find out where that voice came from.
I mean, I'm right here. I'm still tangible.
He's invisible though.
He's invisible.
I don't know where he is. I'm climbing up on Rowan's back and hanging on for dear life.
Raku can just dash to Rowan, right, and then hop on.
Yeah, you could definitely do that.
All right.
As Rowan starts to scramble out of the clearing with Raku and Eric's just sort of hanging on. Fucking dumb.
And Kale hanging onto my shoulders.
No.
This is the Bee Storm. Welcome to Jackass.
Bye.
Everyone,
And the ones responsible aren't gonna take responsibility.
Oh, of course. As you... As you all fuck off royally.
Bye.
A sizable contingent actually makes it out and starts to chase Eric's, Raku, and Rowan. It's not very many, only 50 or so.
Oh, actually, I'm not invisible yet.
No?
Remember I said it was when I saw the bugs. I think we all bolted before I saw any.
That's
Well,
true,
we
you
could-
did bolt
we
before
heard
you
the
saw
rumble.
any.
we heard the rumble, so we kind of figured they would start coming out. Or the buzzing,
No,
I guess.
I know, but I waited till I visually saw some, so I guess that changed now that I jumped onto Rowan.
Mhm.
So they're chasing us?
Yep.
Are they close enough for flaming hands?
Oh. Wait, I know what I could do. Oh well, too late.
Yeah, you're in the wrong plane.
Yeah.
What'd you cast?
I was asking
You
if the bugs
said,
are close enough for flaming hands.
you mean burning hands?
Burning hands, yeah.
Yes, they are.
You know, I just had an idea, but sorry, I didn't think of this. Wall of Force.
Just keep them in.
Until we think of a better plan, because we don't have stone shape.
Oh, what the hell? Okay, I guess I just did that.
Is that what they rolled?
That's
I don't
what,
know.
That's what they have to. What? Oh,
They did
yeah.
not make it.
They
No,
have to
they
do that.
yeah. Okay. They do not make it. All right. As about half of them are burnt
Incinerated.
away all at once. Their slightly charred wings dropping them out of the sky and into the slightly soggy ground. As the slightly cooling air whips past your faces, they are going to try to swarm over you and harass you. What's your AC?
18.
18? Alright.
Now we
And-
are moving.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So I guess the bugs can catch up to a tiger?
They're pretty dang fast. What's their bonus to hit? 3. That puts them up to 19. Alright. Eric's, what's your AC?
Where's that freaking bug spray?
That's actually on Cobalt.
On me?
Not yet, at least.
Oh.
I'm not talking about that one. I'm talking about the stuff that kills them.
Oh, that's back in camp.
For the love
Wait,
of
what
all that
bug
is
spray?
holy.
What bug spray do I have that you thought about?
Something else. I will.
What?
I will. Don't worry.
Come
Wait, why is
on.
it back at. We don't have a. Wait, what?
We have a little camp,
Yeah.
a little city.
Yeah, you're.
No,
your
I know, but why is the
settlement.
bug spray there?
Because Zell got it.
Yeah.
While we were adventuring.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Which you wouldn't know about in character, anyways.
I know. Well, now that I know
Nope.
that it's not with us, I know.
Eric's, what's your dang AC?
If I said 30, would you believe me?
No, because it says 19.
Oh.
Alright.
It's worth a shot, guys.
As you both take 11 points of piercing damage. A sizable handful of insects kind of making their way under your clothing. And just biting you all over, leaving small chunks where a scale or a bit of flesh used to be. Alright.
We need
Eric's,
some
what do you do?
consistency with these bugs. They're leaving chunks. They're the size of quarters. I
Well,
guess.
very small chunks.
Yeah.
It's still
So
chunks.
bits.
It still hurts.
A quarter
I'm-
compared to like a 2-foot kobold is still a good size.
Yeah.
We don't have area.
You know,
Actually, I'm 211, so.
Well, look at somebody who could reach the second shelf.
How big is the how big or sorry, how densely packed are the trees here?
Fairly well spread out.
Let me put it this way, if I cast a spell and they came alive and started attacking any enemies of myself within 10 feet of them, would I have a nice open, would they be stopped basically?
Well, at this point, they are currently inside of your clothing,
God damn it.
so probably not. However, if you could just take an entire sort of turn of action, doing nothing but swatting them and squashing them.
Sure, I'll just do that.
As you kind of flail, motivated by the pain, you manage to squash and or smother pretty much all of them on you. Riku, are you going to do anything different?
Are there still more following us?
No. The
Okay, yeah,
swarm. Okay.
I'll do that then.
All right. How about the rest of you who have all collectively fucked off? As that initial swarm kind of goes out and chases Rowan and the other kobolds, you see quite a dense swarm kind of linger at the entrance for a moment at the source of the noise, before slowly starting to recede back into the cave as the buzzing starts to slowly calm down. Actually, wait a minute. You're in different planes. You wouldn't even notice that.
No, we wouldn't.
I'm gonna
I'm
look
just surprised to be on the horse. Rock just sort of pulled me on, and I thought, like, all right, sure.
Give me a dexterity check, Sully.
Okay.
As you start to float upwards off the horse.
Rock would grab him.
All right.
He's used to this.
You feel incredibly dizzy, Sully. As gravity seems to not be working anymore.
Is this the astral plane?
Wait, does that mean I can see them?
If it is the astral plane, then yes.
Yeah, that's the cloak does.
Hello, Cobalt. Is this where you keep going?
Cobalt's gonna be looking at the sundial on his wrist, and like, oh hey.
Aren't they in the ethereal plane?
No, wait. Does Nightmare go in the astral plane or ethereal plane?
I think ethereal.
Oh.
Oh yeah, then no, you wouldn't see
No.
each other.
What
Okay.
you did? What, blink?
No, he
No, I
goes to
did-
the astral plane because of his cloak, I think.
Yeah, my cloak of stars or robe of
Oh.
stars.
Okay, then astral plane, ethereal plane. There's too many planes here.
There's two
Okay,
of
I
them.
was gonna say, hey, fancy seeing you here.
Way
know,
too
right?
many planes.
Yeah, I don't think Rock would have known the group nope the hell out of there.
But yes, Cobalt's still gonna be looking at his sundial on his wrist and being like, wait, this doesn't work.
Hey, that's my joke.
He'll look at Sully and just go, let's go see what's in this cave. Because that's what he was originally doing.
Sure, I mean, we can't collapse it. Apparently, we're not strong enough.
It could be weaker structures inside. You know, take it down from the inside out. So he'll lead Ember into the cave.
All right. As you are passing through the mouth of the cave, you both feel faint tingles on your scales, almost like the sensation of pins and needles from a limb that's been asleep. Various pinpricks on your skin, undoubtedly from the large swarm that you're passing through.
Oh.
The actual cave is a small tunnel, one half leading off to the left and one half straight ahead. The path off to the left, from what you can tell, looks a lot more smaller and tight. The other path, the path straight ahead, looks much more open and leads slightly downwards. You can see along the side there's a few signs of alteration. A rusty torch sconce, a few steps carved into the smooth cave floor. Other than that, there's nothing really remarkable for a little while.
He'll probably lead to the right since it's gonna fit her more.
Okay. All right. We'll go back to Cobalt. What are you doing?
He looks at his sundial on his wrist and says, now seems like a good time to come back," and does so.
All right. As you reappear, you still hear that faint, terrible buzzing noise, but it is much, much quieter and seems to be confined entirely within the cave now. Somewhere deep within.
And I saw them go in, right?
Since you are in different planes, then no.
No, I just came back. And wait. Oh, wait. Never mind. They're in the ethereal plane. I see. Okay.
Yes.
Do I see Rowan run off?
You would actually, as they are kind of slowly making their way back, tending to a few rather nasty bite wounds from the insects.
Hey guys. He waves happily.
Well, welcome back.
Kobold conjures some aloe vera.
Does aloe vera work on bug bites?
It soothes a lot of things.
Yeah, it's very soothing. At about this moment, that same sound when Cobalt exited the astral plane, you hear that same sound again as a small clawed hand reaches through a small, almost tear, pointing what looks to be, well, almost like a small can of food, but he's holding it weirdly, and as the hand squeezes down on the top, a spray of mist, of a bitter-smelling mist, coats Cobalt.
Cobalt looks back at his friends and says, "Well, that was weird."
As the hand disappears with another heavy zipping noise. You have now been bug sprayed.
Oh, sweet.
So, what was that about?
I don't know. And then he starts walking to the cave. I think Rock and Sully might have gone in here because I don't see them anywhere else.
Well, I guess should probably go after them. I don't want to, but we kind of need them.
Mm-hmm. All right, as you as you all start to head inside. For those of you already inside,
Yes.
who's going first?
We're all on
Actually,
top
no,
of the
never mind.
horse.
So it actually wouldn't matter, as in you're in a different place. You eventually arrive into a wall, in which is a door lying off of its hinges. The horse, unfortunately, will not fit through.
Mm.
That's fine.
That's convenient.
Door? Or...
He's gonna pat Ember and get.
And what?
Ooh. Hold on, I'm gonna roll a d20.
All right.
Creak. No. Okay, so he's gonna look to Sully,
Yeah.
and he's just gonna a wide grin.
He's
Go.
gonna shake his head but smile a little bit.
And he's gonna tell Ember, we're so off, but we're gonna
Sorry?
hold under her. And Rockrock's gonna tell her that when we get back to the normal plane, flare as bright and hot as you can.
You know, this
Okay.
is madness, but I like it.
I wonder why.
So. You're gonna do it?
Yeah. He's prepared it. Unless Sully has another opposition, he's gonna. That's what he's gonna do.
Nah,
If
he's gonna get ready for a level 6 shatter of, just a big old fuck off blast.
Rock's also gonna ready an action.
Ready in action to what?
He's gonna ready an action. If there's any bugs around him, he's gonna cast Green Flame Blade.
Okay. So, as you reappear in the material plane, all of you guys outside see a very bright flash of orange flame from somewhere deep inside the cave. For those of you inside, could you give me a dexterity saving throw?
Yes. I can do that.
Them or us?
Just the people inside the cave right now.
Okay.
So just Sully and Rock.
If I re-roll and succeed, can I help Rock a little bit?
You can try, but I cannot guarantee good results.
Add a +3 to that.
There.
All right.
Do I lucky? Probably, just to be sure. It's my first point of the day. Acceptable.
Right. So, finally, Sully, could you give me a strength check?
Yes, I can. This.
All right. So, things happen rather fast as a blinding wave of heat passes over you both. You are slightly pushed backwards by the expanding air.
Dova, you keep cutting out.
I can hear him. I can hear him just fine.
No, he's cutting out a lot for me too.
Oh, really?
Okay. So, I've been having weird problems with my internet. It's like, it has moments where it just kind of poops itself for a little while. But then it's fine in a sec. Did I cut out there?
Yeah,
No, you're good.
twice.
That's fine.
Really not.
It was twice for me.
How about now?
Huh.
Right now you're okay.
You did cut out there for a second.
Okay.
Yeah, it sounds like push to talk thing.
Alright, well, I'm not even using push to talk anymore, so I guess I'll just be a bit louder, and maybe that'll fix the whatever it is. So, a lot of stuff happens rather fast for you. As you reappear in the material plane, a blinding flash of light and heat push you backwards. As you kind of stumble, your eyes kind of blank from the intense light, from the complete darkness. Rock, you feel your heat run into a suspended wire of some sort. And you start to fall back, losing your footing. Sully, you catch a glance of this happening and reach out to grab as he falls backwards. You try to pull him back up, but his combined weight and momentum pull you down with him as he slams into the floor
This is
and
acceptable.
keeps going backwards. As the floor shatters around him. The very thin material that was covering it, perhaps paper mache of some sort, gives
Oh.
way to a dark pit. The remedial and quite literal tripwire having done its job almost perfectly.
Beautiful.
Well, as
All
long
right.
as he is still holding on to him, things are not bad yet.
No, not bad
Am I-
yet.
Am I falling or just on the edge?
Both of you are now falling.
How big's this pit?
It's not that deep, so
So,
I-
how
I-
far is the bottom then?
about 20 feet. It doesn't actually seem that deep.
Wait, do you have Featherfall?
And it seems that there's water at the bottom, with some debris floating in it. The lingering flames from up above give a bit of illumination down into the pit. Let me grab the stat or something.
Because I'm trying to think, would he whistle for Ember?
I don't know.
Said 20 feet.
About 20 feet.
I
But
think
however, it is happening extremely fast.
I think Rock, if he's able, he would position himself where he's on the bottom and Sully would be on top. So
Alright.
if they're gonna hit anything, he'll hit it first.
And then land on the spiked armor.
Mm-hmm. Does it seem that there's spikes at the bottom, actually?
I do have Featherfall though, but for a 20-foot drop,
You said there are spikes
here.
on the bottom?
Well,
There are no spikes.
Oh, okay.
Sully,
What?
think of it this way: how often are you going to be using level 1 spell slots?
true enough, unless I'm just picking someone off of that store with cure wounds.
I thought Cure Wounds is level 2, isn't it? No.
It'd probably be happening so fast. I mean, it's only 20 feet.
Yeah, it
and
would
we're-
be.
And we're hitting water.
Anyways,
Well,
Yeah.
it's meant to be a reaction as you're falling.
Well then, Featherfall it is. I'll mark
very
off
well.
that.
As almost by reflex, you activate a slower falling speed as you start to slowly settle into the almost completely clear water inside this small pit.
Liquid. Fantastic.
It's very cold, as it kind of as you are slowly lowered down into it. However, by the time that it reaches your chest, you feel that something is off. As at this point, you feel like you'd be able to tread water, but you are pulled downwards. And before long, I mean about 2 seconds, you are pulled underwater as a pungent, stinging sensation fills your nostrils. The liquid starting to force its weight. So you guys are now in a gelatinous, by the way.
In a what?
A gelatinous cube.
That's not good.
So
Does-
what's
does-
everybody else doing?
Oh, this sounds great. How did you spend your summer? Oh, in Jello.
So at the mouth of the cave, would we have seen that flare just radiate?
Oh yeah, you would have definitely seen. And you would have
Now-
heard a small yelp from either of them. You couldn't really tell.
I'm
due
just
to
gonna
the
say,
echoes and-
I'm just gonna say, Rock, do not let go of my hand.
Now, did we
Uh,
hear a loud buzzing and then it suddenly stopped?
No. The
Damn.
buzzing, it seems, has slowly, completely faded away at this point.
Oh, okay, cool.
They seem to be either dormant or have. You would have also heard the crash and almost a ripping, the ripping of paper. After that, nothing.
Well, I'm gonna assume that was them, so we should probably get on it.
Or,
Oh,
alternatively, we can cut our losses and go back to camp.
Just fucking go home.
The leader, everybody.
That was not in character.
It could have
Yes,
been.
it was
I-
absolutely in character. You said it. It's too late.
Yep.
No,
Shift
it
your
was
alignment
not.
over, buddy.
I mean, I am chaotic neutral, which means I'm allowed to have some evil stuff. Anyways.
Has anyone seen Bravest Warriors?
Yes.
It reminds me of the very first episode where they find the thing that's messing up the timeline,
Hmm.
and they find themselves like dead inside the room after trying to fix it, and the next group in the timeline was like, nah, I ain't going in there, and then they just leave.
Look, just because it was a loud crash doesn't mean Rock had anything to do with it.
Anyways.
Eric's in-characterly will groan and with severe trepidation enter and advance.
All right. Let's just kinda move one turn ahead. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Oh no.
66. Ooh.
All right,
Don't
so
worry,
Sully,
it's
you take
fine.
17 points of acid damage, and Rock, you take 31. Fuck.
You
Hey,
see,
that
that's
is-
where you're incorrect.
That is 4 6s and a 5.
Okay, so 31. Does this still count as being in liquid?
I don't believe so. That is. Your armor is activated when in water. You are currently inside a
Specifically water.
slime right now, so
Full
I don't think
difference.
this would count as water. Otherwise, you could just.
Dova, I do have a counterpoint.
Yeah?
Eldritch Blast.
Let me see what restrain does.
I think when you're engulfed by a gelatinous cube, all you can do is make a strength saving throw to try to get out.
That is correct. So how about I make you two do that for me? So go ahead and make a strength saving throw.
How about that?
All right. That'll work.
Hell,
Additionally,
with that, you could pull me out.
I was about to say, additionally with allies, the only other way to get out is for allies to pull them out with a strength save.
Sully, could you give me the strength? The strength save or check?
Strength save. It's
Okay.
strength saving throw.
Oh boy.
All right. Oh, uh-oh. On a successful save, the creature can choose to be pushed 5 feet back or to the side of the cube. Aha. Well, we'll
Let go of that hand.
Wait.
and as Rock, you start to pull yourself out and up. What's everybody else? You starting to head in?
Yeah, probably going inside the cave.
You
Yeah,
would
we
both
were-
see. You would all see the exit off to the left into a much more cramped cave. You can see signs of what will look to be almost like a wasp's nest, kind of clinging to the side of the cave a little deeper in. And then straight ahead, you can see a gently sloping, more open area. And this is the area previously described to Rock and Sully. There's a few hand-carved stairs, along with a torch sconce or two. Sully?
Yes.
One moment.
Now, in this wasp nest, are there eggs?
What?
In this wasp nest, are there eggs?
Do you want to start looking in the wasp nest?
Very carefully. So I want to roll a stealth check and then investigate or something.
Why are you looking for Okay. Go ahead and make a stealth check.
All right. Are you okay? Thank you. 25. Wait, what? Oh yeah, 25. Did that go up? Oh, I think.
Oh
my
yeah, our
proficiency-
proficiency went up.
Oh, nice. 25.
All right. You sneak up very quietly to the wasp's nest. It doesn't seem to be an actual wasp's nest. But
Well, you
whatever
said you're
the
just
species,
describing it that way.
yeah.
So-
But whatever species this is, it seems to have these nests in a similar material. It's rather small, and it's unsure of whether
Rather
this is
what? You're
a
cutting
act
a
like.
lot.
It's unclear as to whether or not this is an actual, like, full-blown nest or just a part of a larger structure somewhere deep within. And you can go ahead and roll investigation to. So, how are you going to look inside this nest?
I was just
What's-
gonna look on the outside. Or okay, is it a dome like hornet's nest or a wasp like comb nest where you can see it on the outside?
No, you would not be able to see it on the. It's that paper mache outside with a few
Okay, so
small
it's-
black holes leading inward.
Yeah. Okay. So Hmm. What I wanted to do.
Rock and Sully, could you give me an athletics?
Athletics.
Yep.
You know what? I'm not gonna do anything because we're fine right now. So I'm gonna go back to the group and we're gonna proceed.
All right.
I don't want to stir up the hornet's nest,
that's so good.
literally.
Pretty sure we already made that joke.
I'll use a second lucky point on that. God damn it.
Hey, Dova, is this for like climbing?
Yes.
Oh, is
Sully,
my head
are
free?
you- No, I was supposed to say, Sully, are you gloves I gave you?
What?
Are you wearing those gloves I gave you?
I am actually.
You get a +5.
Oh.
All right, and your highest for that was a 7 plus 5.
Well, first of all, is my head free? Because I don't have to deal with this shit.
Are you trying to cast a spell?
Considering it.
What spell?
Dimension door.
Would probably be able to do it. Where are you going with it?
First, I'm grabbing Rock, and with a brief bit of memory, I can probably imagine how far we've gone. So, you know, just out of this cave. Bye. I can't imagine we've gotten that far in it.
Yeah, you'd probably be able to do that. All right,
Can
you
I-
are now outside of the cave. How far are you going? You going like all the way? As far
All
as
the
it'll
way.
go?
Yeah,
Alright.
good thing I made a point to
Dimension door. That's
never let go of
500
Rock
feet, right?
Rock. That's right.
You both end up falling a small distance again, and are now in the pond outside.
Before he grabbed me, could I have done something real quick?
What?
Think to Ember to run. Because Rock's seen Dimension Door enough to know what it looks like.
You just said run?
Yeah.
Or
Alright.
go back to the ethereal plane.
You already said run. Let's go. So, for everybody else, could you please give me a dexterity saving throw?
Oh, this is a
Yes.
mess and a half.
I just got back.
This is
Oh,
fun.
wait.
What are you talking about?
Fuck! You said wait. Oh, you said saving throw. I rolled a check. Dang it. Oh,
Saving
actually,
throw.
it's a plus 10 now instead of plus 5. So.
There's a 15. Alright, so Cobalt. As you are examining one of the torch sconces, the light from inside the tunnel seems to shift slightly. You see the faint light of ember up ahead brightens very quickly, and as you turn to look, you are quite unceremoniously trampled by the horse as it sprints full speed out of the cave, leaving a trail of little flaming spots behind it.
It's honestly very fitting because I just came back, but I have no idea what's happening.
Yep. You take 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
I can't breathe.
This is great.
And Sully and Rock, you find yourself underwater again.
He'll swim up and say, "Hey, Rock, your armor works now."
He gives you a tail
Does-
thumbs up.
It does work now.
And he'll give a quick nuzzle to Sully before he helps them out of the water.
This is
Alright.
fun. We should go on dates more.
This is the strangest date ever.
It's the
Alright.
Rock date.
What about
He
you
was-
two in the cave? What are you doing? Oh, sorry, you three in the cave. Eric's, Raku, and Cobalt?
Follow them out.
Yeah, I guess we'll follow them out.
Alright, no. Cobalt and Raku?
Yeah, I said the same thing. I said I'll follow them out too.
Yeah.
Alright, you are now all outside again.
Great.
What the hell? What's
Let's
going
keep it.
on
Let's
here?
keep it that way.
So, what are you all doing?
Rock is laughing his ass off. As I assume he sees it coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would call her over. He's dying. That was the funniest thing ever. Well, he doesn't know the horse trampled over him. He's laughing at the fact that they fell into jello and the dimension doored into a pond.
This is great. As Ken's more clean traveling clothes activates and dries Sully, dousing Rock once more.
He doesn't mind the water.
He's gonna lean over and say, "I'm gonna have to thank Sora as well."
Sora, meanwhile, is absolutely miserable, as she is not in the jar.
And Rock feels very bad, and and he's just saying sorry to her.
She remains indignant and does not respond.
Sorry. Let me just quickly prestidigitation.
I actually have the perfect picture for Sora right now.
Oh, really?
Is it the girl from the ring?
No. I'll post it whenever I find it.
Okay.
There, all better.
So, what y'all doing now?
Rock
I-
returned to Salt. Oh, you go ahead.
I have no idea at this point. I guess we'll head back to the camp. We still need to figure out where this guy that took Shuluth and stuff is.
Hey guys.
Oh yeah, we had a thing we were doing.
Yeah.
Maybe we should start with the hidden city and just follow a trail.
There was no trail.
Did you search?
Yes, I searched very thoroughly.
Did Raku search?
Search. No, I wasn't in the hidden city.
You should do it. You're probably better.
All right. Well, if we can get the key to work, then maybe we should all go.
There was no... All of the bodies, there were blood trails leading to the center, and then everything just vanished.
Magicked out.
Yes.
Cobalt, tell them what your tuner says once you look over there.
I
Okay,
guess
I
we're
do
going there.
Exploration
going
trip.
home?
Successful?
We're
Question
heading
mark?
back home, yeah.
We found danger.
All right.
Speaking of which, it's been a while since me and Cobalt played with that tuner. What'd you figure out, Cobalt? What'd you think?
Not much. Did I learn anything new since I last saw Sully Dova?
There's a lot of stuff that has happened since then. So
Did I learn anything new
I
about
don't
the
know.
tuner?
Probably. There's probably a lot of stuff you learned about it.
Alright, well,
Sully
I'm
would
gonna
like
talk to him
to
about
ask
it.
to borrow the tuner, actually.
Alright, I give it to him.
Great. Now, I'm going to spend some time and see if this thing is attunable.
I thought,
They-
I'm pretty sure we don't need attunement for it.
It might do more if this works.
Well, if it was able to be attuned to, we would have done it already.
Well, you were maxed out on attunement, and you were the one holding it.
If you say so.
We'll see what happens. Dova,
All right.
does it work?
Well, it still works in the same way that you remember it to. However, as you try to get attuned with it, you find out an interesting quirk about it.
Oh,
If you are properly attuned and sort of spending a bit of your magical energy to maintain that link, it seems that you can conjure it whenever you like.
oh.
Sort
Neat.
of pulling it from wherever it was to your current position.
Okay, cool.
It doesn't do so instantaneously. It requires mechanically a bonus action. Actually, no. It would require a. No, it would be a bonus action to pull to you. However, depending on the distance, it might take more than one turn to get there.
He will relay this to Kobold.
Okay. I mean, I've just been taking out my bag, and it seems to be working just as fine.
Well, any knowledge is good knowledge.
So you're heading back to camp?
Yes.
All right.
You know, if we could find Shaluth or just learn if he's alive or not. Oh wait, actually, maybe that's not how it works. Because we have the book that answers. Wasn't it any one question, or it gives us all information about one thing?
It was the small stone that answers
Yeah.
any one question.
So we can ask where's Shaluth.
I mean, as long as they didn't find his phylactery, he'll be fine no matter what.
Yeah, well, I mean, it destroyed his world, so
Liches are very good at hiding phylacteries.
it's probably under his mattress.
I
in the
wouldn't be
piggy
surprised. It's in a different city. City number 2.
The hidden city.
Double hidden. He forgot about it.
Under the protection of Old Man.
Mhm.
A wonderful series that everybody should watch. Legend of Neil. Can get through the whole series in an afternoon.
Nice.
Unfortunately,
Have to look
most
at
of
it.
it's not online anymore. But I
Legend
bought the
of Neil?
DVD. Yep, Legend of Neil. It was a comedy... Comedy Central? Is that the channel name?
Yep.
Yeah, it was a special they did. Each episode's like 2 minutes. Though the later ones do get longer. They have a great... they have a truly wonderful musical episode. Anyways,
Yeah. So, the trip back to the village is rather uneventful. You do, however, hear. Oops, sorry. During your last day of travel, you hear the distant call of some sort of beast that you've never heard before. It's deep, resonating, while also sounding almost like a screech of some sort. It sort of starts off. It's almost like a whale call. It's very long and drawn out, but still very primal.
Oh, damn it. Can I do a perception check to find out which direction it's coming from?
Sure. Somebody beating the devil out of it.
What?
You've never seen the Bob Ross painting?
Uh,
Oh, good grief!
which one of you
That-
is playing Breath of the Wild?
I'm not.
It's probably somewhere in Cobalt's room.
Yeah,
I mean,
heard
that
him
slapping
mute his
noise.
mic.
That's my dog.
I'm not playing Breath of the Wild.
Oh, you usually have people in the background, so I thought maybe someone was playing it.
So
Alright,
is anything
Zim,
happening?
Zim, you're losing it.
It's actually losing it. I think everyone's
I'm also
losing it.
running on 4 hours of sleep.
Why would you do this?
You should stop doing that.
Yeah.
Fallout 76.
You should stop
Oh.
doing
It's not that good.
that. Wait, it's actually out now?
No, I was
Beta.
streaming it during the limited beta window of 2 hours in the middle of a normal workday, which was at 11 a.m. my time. And, well, that's kind of, I usually go to bed around 6.
It sounds like a self-induced problem.
I will HMO1 you.
I call him as I sees him.
So, where is it? I'm gonna pull up Fallout 76 subreddit. We'll just.
What are you looking for?
I'll put it in the rooms and reptiles. There it is. Also, old Reddit for the win. Telling you it's
Anyways,
different.
so we're back at... Actually, I've got no idea what we're doing because I kind of forgot.
I guess
We're
we're at our
going
base
back
camp now. We're
to
at the
camp.
settlement.
Yes. You would have returned to your settlement by now. As you are sort of returning your items, any sorts of treasures that you've gathered, which has not been much, admittedly.
Nope.
Wow, that's. really
You are
nice.
greeted by Zell, who's carrying a handful of looks to be potions and salves. I've made some not really breakthroughs, but for purchases with the gold that you've left behind. I didn't hope you don't mind, but these help a lot with the insect life here, and then since it's your gold, you can have as much of these as you want. As one of them actually drops out of his crossed arms as he's trying to hold all of these at the same time. Half of them seem to be actual potions, and the rest seem to be looks to be a salve or a lotion in these small circular wooden boxes.
Where did this stuff come from?
Oh, I kind of heard that you could buy stuff from the give me one moment. I've been
Didn't anticipate that, did you?
I've been ambushed. Give me a moment.
The cat in the wall.
Outside of game. There you go. Zim. Could you remind me on this ethereal influence?
This was
I've gotten the two mixed up.
This was the donation.
And it was. Could you send it to me in DM?
I can't actually copy paste this.
Okay.
He says Zell went exploring and encountered a merchant from a place called Nya something, and trades for a few
that's what it
good
was. I was trying
canisters
to-
of this
Okay, I got
spray
it, got
with a big slash through insects.
I got it. As he sort of processed the question for a little bit longer than is absolutely necessary. Well, it's hard to explain, but he had a really very flamboyant wagon. It was rather fast as well. The horses that were carrying it were dyed in strange colors, and it sort of left almost like a thing after the rain. You know that thing in the distance. It's got
The
lots of colors. In
rainbow?
it. Yes.
Rainbow.
Yes, it had one of those kind of right behind it as it went.
Were these unicorns, perchance?
I don't know. What is it? It's a different
Did it
story.
have a horn on its forehead?
What's a unicorn?
Yeah, don't all horses have horns?
No.
This is an adorable creature.
Oh. Then yeah, that was definitely a unicorn.
Did it let you pet it?
No, I didn't really think about petting it.
He's gonna reach forward and pet him and say, like, good.
Okay,
Hey.
should I not pet the unicorns?
The only ladies can pet unicorns if lore is to be believed.
Why? It doesn't make
They're-
sense.
They're horribly picky.
Because unicorns are sexist.
Oh. Wait. Still, why can only females pet
He's
unicorns?
just so confused.
Oh, and only some females too.
Unicorns aren't even all
They're
that
the
special.
worst, actually.
Rock's gonna walk by and it's like, unicorns are good eating.
Oh. Okay.
He does not elaborate.
You know, I wouldn't be terribly surprised. I bet that's some fine meat they have.
It's magically delicious.
God damn it. You take 1 point of psychic damage.
That's well worth it.
Sora did it, because she just can't believe you.
Oh, it's 99 damage. Well, she has right. She's mad. He did not jar her. Okay, it wasn't that bad.
Sorry, I thought it was structured differently. Anyways. Hold on, are you petting your cat?
No, my cat is scratching itself right
Ah.
in its ear, next
Could
to
you
my
pet?
microphone.
Could you pet the cat for me?
Yes.
Thank you.
I'll pet the cat later for you.
Okay.
She's claiming.
Now, I have 4 cats of which to choose.
It's a lot of cats. How come you have so many cats?
They just sort of
cats are
happen to be. They keep coming here.
Because cats are great, Dora.
All right.
3 of these were from under our house.
Why? Do you, as a bird, not like cats?
How many came from?
I have my reasons.
How many came from inside the wall?
None yet.
Yeah, because cats don't
But-
abide by the laws of physics.
Yeah, we keep wondering how they got there. We didn't see them coming.
We'll just add another cat into the wall.
In here! Get out of the wall!
Well,
My
use
cat
this cat to get
apparently-
the other cat out of the wall.
My cat apparently knows that there are pettings being given out because she just ran down the stairs towards me.
I
Hmm.
heard
You better,
pets are
you better
happening.
pet the cat.
Alright, come here.
You know what, Dova? Just for you,
Yeah.
I will pet Danny DeVito.
All right, pet Danny DeVito.
Can I pet my
Yes, go pet Danny Torpedo.
Danny Carcito? What the
Carcito.
fuck? What the hell are you talking about? Who's Danny Carcito?
That was suffocating.
Oh my god, I need to find that video again.
Oh wait, that sounds familiar now that I think of it. And if you guys are confused, I have a life-size cardboard cutout of Danny DeVito at my house.
I figured
Yeah,
it
you
was.
just leave it propped up and it keeps scaring people.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I got a
He's
half
in my
mantle
kitchen
thing
right
of
now.
Batman in my closet, looking at me with his judging eyes.
And my cat has
Uh.
apparently decided to get back at me. I have,
Yeah?
over the last week, I have sneezed 3 times. And each time happened to the direction that I chose randomly to sneeze in, she happened to be right there. So I sneezed on her, and, well, she comes over, and I pick her up, And the first thing she does is sneeze right in my face.
Tit for tat.
I
That
guess.
sounds like a cat.
There you go. I set the picture. Nothing right now. You guys are just kind of chilling inside the base.
Raku wants to take one of the sows, because the other ones are already in the canisters, right?
Yes.
He wants to take it back to his workshop and try to break down the alchemical components
Okay.
with Volo's guide, because it sounds like this merchant was on the island, so it might be used with stuff on the island.
All right. Do you have alchemy tools with you?
Yeah. Well, I have my poisoner's kit, but I don't understand in what way it's different than an herbalism kit.
Well, poisons are more into harming.
No, I'm aware of that,
Really?
but all the tools into mixing and preparing the herbs should be exactly the same.
Probably different kinds of vials.
Hmm.
Poisons can be corrosive, after all.
Yeah, so then the poisoner's kit's probably more sturdy. And I have a +1 one anyways.
Hmm.
Okay, Cat, you're going down. Ew. Ugh.
What?
She did it again! Ugh. That time my mouth was open, you disgusting little...
You know, my cat started purring after you started projecting so powerfully.
I swear, all cats on Earth share a
A
hive
sadistic
mind?
connection.
yes, a hive mind.
Mm-hmm.
He is so pleased by her actions. You fat boy.
Oh.
Somewhere, some human is being tormented by my kind. This pleases me greatly. Purr, purr, purr.
No, I can call this cat a fat boy because he has a lobe.
He's a wait. He's a what?
He has a lobe.
Lobe.
So you're making fun of him for his tumor.
No.
You
See,
should
he
be
got
ashamed
neutered
of
very
yourself.
early on, so his fat sort of hangs under his belly
It's
in a
really weird.
in a sphere.
That's really weird.
It
You
is
know,
very.
we are so easily distracted tonight.
Oh my god, we're actually just.
Yeah.
I mean, we started half an hour late. So, well, let's just have fun with it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Go
Rock
ahead
had a
and
mini
so
day even.
Raku. Go ahead and give me a poisoner's kit check.
Okay. That would be under my various tool. Oh no, poisoner's kit right there. Okay. $22.
All right. You start to work with the salve, and by breaking down basically your entire dose that you were given, you manage to gather that the active ingredient is actually not from this continent. It seems to be a rather nasty plant from on the mainland, specifically from the from somewhere in the temperate region, just next to Neverwinter. Though you're not sure exactly what plant this is. That's what you can
Alright.
tell from your
Is
experiments.
there anything in Volo's guide after all the pouring, after how much I poured through it, that says if there's a plant that helps?
There is actually. It's not the plant that you identified from the south.
Yeah.
But it does exist among some of the riverbeds with rather loose, large soil. Almost basically pebbles instead of sand or silt. It's a very few places are in the exact right temperature and climate to grow it, but it does thrive in the very moist, um, the very moist climate in which the jungle is located, where it rains almost continuously with very high humidity in the air. But it does require a cooler temperature.
Is it anywhere around us?
The river to the north of your camp seems like a good candidate. Though you haven't found any locations where you've seen it.
No, exactly.
No.
Alright, well, since our base is, yeah, like right here in the cove, there's probably a few streams leading into the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Or to
Definitely.
the bay. So I'm gonna go to the gathering teams and point it out to them and let them know. Let them know to start foraging for it. Probably giving the leader the comprehension helmet so he could read it for a second and comprehend better.
All right, you do precisely so.
You went to Zell. Oh no, wait. Atet is in charge of gathering. That's right.
Yes.
Zell's in charge of farming.
Correct.
How's it going, by the way?
It's starting up. They've started to move some of these spores into the caves that are available in the mountains to the east. Sorry, to the west.
We need to find some like cattle or something so we can get some meat going. Do we have any kobolds fishing?
Yes, actually. And in fact, there was a rather stressful occasion over the period that you were gone, where a few kobolds managed to reel in a similarly sized catfish to the one that you'd caught before. The kobolds, which were trying to pull it in, some of them were almost pulled into the river, but they managed to get the catfish out.
All right, cool. Now, do we have I guess while we're kind of waiting for things to do, Raku will probably take some of them and start building like a smoking hut for smoking meats.
All right. Go ahead and give me an investigation check. No, not investigation. Jesus Christ. Just give me a straight intelligence check.
All right, I think that's my worst stat.
Mhm.
Tis. It's not too bad.
All right. You think you designed a fairly solid smoke shack. As the kobolds who are available start construction.
And then I'm gonna probably just select one of the I'm gonna take maybe like 3 kobolds and teach them how to manage the fire of the smoking hut, because we want smoke and not fire.
Not to burn
And
the smoking hut down.
Yeah, and so I am going to make sure that they know what they're doing.
All right. So they do seem to get the concept of making the smoke sort of imbue flavor into the meat. Thankfully.
And essentially cook and give the meat longer shelf life.
Yeah. Oh, goodness. Big ol' yawn. So, the rest of you? Eric's, Rock, Cobalt, Raku?
Bueller? What do you say, Raku?
Oh,
I
not
already did a bunch
Raku.
of stuff.
Yeah, my...
I think Rock would pull Sully aside, so him, Sully, and Sora can have a little powwow.
Sully has been wanting to say thank you to Sora for those new incantations.
Did you take a
Sora-
point in Warlock or something?
Yes,
What?
I asked if you took a point in Warlock.
I've taken 2
Nice.
points in Warlock, actually.
Oh, nice.
Sora slowly responds, saying, "It's good to have you back, Sully.
I thought you were
Nice
going
Good
to
to
say
to
have
be.
someone who can actually carry a conversation with me.
thought you were gonna
I'll
say
do my
something like-
best.
Good."
thought you were going to say
Rock
something
just
like,
looks blankly.
thought you were going to say something like, how the hell did you get this number?
New, new patron, who's this?
Wrong. You want torn. That's a 7, not a 6.
I know that Rock occasionally asks you questions. Could I ask one of my own?
By all means.
What the fuck is Salem's problem? The fuck is... Why did you do that to her paladin? He's a little mad.
Well, cannot speak for her motivations, but I know that many of the gods of this realm can have the same flaws of short-sightedness, rage at the inhabitants of the realms can. Thus, it's my own opinion that whatever was done by Saloon to her servant was rather short-sighted and product of either stress or something else.
He's gonna cross his arms. Fucking gods, I swear to God, actually.
I was gonna say, this is why I don't believe in God.
You know, you're right. Fucking gods, I swear to the Elder One.
Your mic's doing that thing where it echoes a whisper again.
No, I've actually been told I do that, and I'm not sure why.
Huh. Alright then.
Because I don't do it intentionally.
I thought it would be kind of weird for a weird thing for a microphone to do. How is I know we started announcing that we have to like cook our own meals and stuff. How's that going along? I know Cobalt's been teaching cooking because he's one of the few people who actually can. And he's
Could you
learned
give
a few
me
recipes.
Could you give me a Constitution saving throw?
Okay, and he's learned a few recipes from the things we get the servants as well.
Oh, you got high Constitution now.
Yes.
Thankfully,
Did it-
you
did it
narrowly
roll?
avoid poisoning.
Did it roll for you? Because it didn't roll for me.
It rolled twice for me.
Okay, it's not showing up for me, but whatever.
But yeah, I gotcha. As you believe yourself to be getting sick for one day before it passes. Um,
I mean, I guess I have.
the kobolds are starting to grasp the concept of cooking. Normally, they would just kind of eat most of their food raw and not really worry about, the taste, other than if it was rotten or not.
I
And
mean,
they would still adore fruits and whatever confectionaries they could get their hands on. They never really cared for making them.
it's
Till
more
now.
for making sure it's not doesn't have any diseases or parasites in it.
Mhm.
The meat specifically.
So yeah, they are starting to get the hang of it. It will take some time for the mushroom farms to get up to speed. Although Zella's doing a fairly good job leading the workers on that.
Eric's will be helping with his druid magic to get it head start and stuff.
Okay. It takes a while to kind of retune it towards mushroom and fungi, but seeing how it is still technically a plant, it does work. Your magics eventually do take hold and start to accelerate the growth quite rapidly.
I want to build some sort of establishment that is used to boost the morale of the kobolds and make them happy and enjoy something.
Like what?
Good question. I'm gonna ask the kobolds around and say if they could do anything for fun, what would it be?
Give me a moment to try to figure that out.
I know,
never really
I've been
thought
trying
about
to
that.
figure it out too.
Mhm.
That's what I've been doing for the past few minutes.
What's an average kobold's hobbies?
S- Raiding mini parties, eating rocks, banging their heads.
Ooh, hold up. There actually is a surprising number of kobolds who start to ask for a horde.
Like individual ones or like a group?
No, like
one?
just a horde. Like it only feels like there should be just a giant pile of wealth somewhere.
I think. Wait, are we
And
right next to
technically
a beach
there
or something?
is with Shrek's inventory.
Hey Dova,
Yeah.
are we right next to a beach? I
Yeah.
can't remember the topography.
Beach is a few hundred feet away from the camp.
So I was thinking we could put it underground.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think a building that's full of gems and jewels and stuff is a little too conspicuous.
Smart. You do have a handful of caves nearby. Most
Yeah,
of
but
They are
them.
kobolds.
How
of them
nearby
empty.
though?
About maybe 1,000 feet towards the mountains. There's a
Isn't
few
it a long way?
small. There's a few small foothills in between the camp and there.
Isn't it a long way to carry things though?
I mean, it depends. We got the Chult map. Oh, this one's a big boy.
Yes, yes it is. I remember. Well, there's a mountain like there looks like to be a mountain immediately to our left.
Mm-hmm.
Not 1,000 feet away, unless this map is ridiculously enormous.
Each hexagon is like 10 miles.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's significantly bigger than I thought.
Yep.
Yep.
I will prepare stone shape. Assuming we've got a few days of downtime here.
Okay.
If you do stone shape, could we make like a fancy thing underneath the camp to put it?
Yes.
So that seems like a
That's
good
what
place
I
to
was
hide it.
thinking.
Yes.
We will
okay,
make
sweet.
a hidden cache, which is our hoard.
Mhm.
I will prepare the necessary magics and just go to work all day, probably for a couple days, and make
probably
a
won't take that long.
magnificent chamber for our hoard.
How long until that pseudo Christmas is here? Sully's been working on something himself.
But I was
Winterfell?
talking here.
Yes, and I talked over you.
Oh.
Rude.
Eric's will pull off his gloves and throw one at him. I demand satisfaction. Not really.
I
Anyways,
mean, you're
I
not
hope-
Rock, so no.
I figured that's where that was gonna go. Anyway, what did you do? What were you saying, Eric's?
I will design a magnificent chamber under the ground, and I will also grow up shrubbery, and it'll be designed so that the entrance is hidden. Because I would assume that we didn't clear out all of the trees inside the settlement itself. Most of them, yes, but not all. I personally would have wanted to keep some. But anyways,
So
the
I'm gonna-
vegetation will hide it, and I'll use my druid magics to make it more hidden and secret.
All right.
So the kobolds I was talking to, I'm gonna start going around and say, well, if we had a hoard, why don't you start gathering things up that you might want to put in it?
You actually realize that some of these kobolds, they've just sort of, out of pure necessity, which is kind of ironic, given, that a hoard is definitely not necessary. Some of them have actually started making their own personal hoards. Very, very small piles of either like silver pieces, a few shiny rocks that they have, and maybe like a dream catcher or two. As they all kind of come forward with their very small hoards.
Oh my god, we have a place to put our magic items that we never use.
Just let them sit.
I mean, what else are you gonna do?
You do. I want to point this out as a player that just crossed my mind that we're having a horde or a bunch of mini lizards, and we have a violent thing that tries to kill stuff. We're essentially becoming the villains.
Yeah.
I mean, we are a
You
monster
have-
race.
You have a flaming horse that's literally called a nightmare.
I build golems for a living.
She is a pretty fire pony.
We have a fallen paladin, sort of.
I kill people.
I reiterate, I build golems.
Here I go killing again.
Using the
Kill and
souls of-
stealing.
I build golems
Yeah.
using the
Yeah.
souls of other creatures.
It just dawned on me like, we're slowly becoming the villains.
No, we're
Awesome.
anti-heroes.
I don't think that's what that means. Hey Dova, can you do me a favor?
Yeah,
I
what's
think
up?
that word means
haven't-
what you think it means.
I have a few items
Hey.
that I need to be reminded what they do.
Okay.
Hey, we're still the heroes.
Black Lotus pendant?
Does it have a description?
No.
Uh,
These are items that I got from the cards.
oh, okay. I will. Yeah.
Other entries are Chalice of Somas, Magic Fertilizer, Potion of Clear Mind, and Sphere of Nyanate. Not Nyante.
Oh, I actually have all of them right here.
Okay, great.
Like Batman, but way more scaly and like more kill. Okay, so the vial of prosperous fertility, the magical fertilizer, acts as a extremely potent fertilizer. Plant fertilize this, is sure to prosper and yield great harvests.
So for this, you'd want to put it on like a tree or a bush, and not on something you remove completely, right?
Perhaps. It's up to you.
Okay.
The Sphere of Niente. It is a glass sphere with intricate, arcane symbols etched in very intricate spirals. Inside is something that is very hard to stare at, and it is almost complete darkness. When thrown against the ground and shattered, the sphere creates a 20-foot radius of darkness and silence for 3 rounds.
Okay.
Good?
Yes.
Alright. Chalice of Somnus. It is a chalice of carved obsidian adorned in a river of stars and gold in silver. Any liquid drank from the chalice becomes a somnolent and allows the drinker to wander through the dreams of those nearby for the duration. The duration... What?
I said wow.
Yeah.
And what's the duration?
8 hours.
Wow.
So a full night. However, the drinker would not actually get the benefits of a full night's rest.
Yes. The sphere. How large is the cloud?
20-foot radius.
Okay.
So 20 feet in every direction from the impact.
Yep. Was there one more?
The small vial. The small potion is a small vial of lucidity. It is a completely black potion with a single point of light twinkling in the middle of it. This potion can instantly purify any mind-altering effects of 3rd level or lower. The imbiber is granted advantage against any further mind-altering effects for 1 hour.
Okay.
I believe that's it.
The Black Lotus pendant.
The pendant of the Black Lotus. A necklace with a small onyx pendant carved into the elegant of a lotus. It contains an internal spell pool limited to half of the bearer's caster level, rounded down. At sunset, it recovers 1d4 charges.
And it just holds spells?
Yes.
Or is it like extra spell slots?
It actually looks like extra spell slots.
Okay. And
We'll add an additional caveat to that. It can only be used to cast spells up to 3rd level.
Okay. Equal to half the owner's caster level. It contains limited spell pool equal to half the owner's caster level. How many charges does it have?
Half of your spellcasting level, so I think that would be 6.
Okay. And it gains 1d4 each dawn.
Sunset. Or
Sunset.
what's your level, are you guys?
13.
13.
13, so yeah, 6.
It gives 1d4 charges each sunset. Okay. I guess I think I got all of it. Magic glue is a little more self-explanatory.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. I believe that's it.
There we are, alright. So, as you all go about your various projects,
Wait, do any of them require attunement?
the
pendant?
the pendant would, yes. That's the only one, though.
All right. Well, I'm gonna put that on and replace the ring of spell turning. I never use it anyway. It has not come in handy once.
Because it kind of makes you go insane after every time you use it.
No, I have not used it. It has not triggered nothing. I've not been targeted with any spell. since
Really?
putting it on. Correct.
Well, you're never in the right plane of existence for that, you dangus.
Well, then I don't need it, do I?
That's true. That's also fair.
I kind of want to. Should we? We need to figure out if we're gonna keep doing stuff here, or if we want to keep going out, or to the hidden city or something.
Well,
I do need
Eric
to
needs
end
to
here
build
soon.
Oh,
Eric
okay.
needs to build this
figure out-
thing.
We'll figure out our course of action for the next session. How about?
And assume
Well,
that
okay.
any free time that I'm not doing anything, I'm probably working on golems.
Okay.
So I need to finish those.
I mean,
Or
that's
that.
kind of what Rock was going to talk to Sully and Sora about, was the next plan of action.
Oh,
Okay,
Dova,
right ahead. Yeah.
I'm gonna give a magic fertilizer to Zell, and
Alright.
I'm gonna tell him to use it sparingly because it's very powerful, and it's probably best used on something that produces fruit or like produces produce multiple times instead of just like harvesting mushrooms.
Okay. He nods, holding the small container of what looks to be like a pastel pink and glittery liquid. And as he nods, saying he understands, and he turns away, you hear the small of like a bottle being uncorked. As he kind of takes a little smell and recorks it. As he walks away, it appears that a little bit of the liquid that was in the cork kind of drips out as the cork is pulled out. As you can very clearly see a single blade of grass growing visibly.
I'm going to call this to attention. Call this to his attention, and say that's how powerful it is.
Oh, wow. I will try to be a bit more careful. I could have sworn that I. Okay.
Maybe like take a tiny needle, dip it into the potion, and then just rub it on something. That'll be enough.
Dilute it. Homeopathy.
I don't know if that works with magic things.
One way to find out.
Yeah, try it.
Yeah. Well, he has a bit there, so
Get it on your hands and get a very, very large hand. The
Hey,
bottle it's
it'll-
in, it starts growing.
I could have sworn there was more in this.
I didn't even know that that glass was alive.
Maybe Rockart can grow a beard with it.
Ooh. Anyways, Rock
I
and
would not
Sully,
be
you were going
opposed
to have a
to that.
conversation.
Yes. He's gonna look at Sully and assumingly Sora and go, there are things on this island that is not right.
Many
The-
things.
I'm not a smart lizard, but I'm wise enough to see between these lines. The fact that you came out of nowhere, the fact that the armor that I sold to Squidface came back and now his city is going down. There's some sort of connection that I'm just not seeing.
I've not been around from the start, so I probably don't have the whole picture, but I mean, I can try and help you think of it.
He'll talk to Sora and say, do you feel anything off about this place?
Well, Chult has been interest of mine. Quite a few outrageous things have happened here in the past. And it's in my opinion that more things such as that will continue to happen. It's a hot spot of magical activity. And does have name of sorts. I have tried looking through some of the memories of the spirits which have been lost in this place. And I have learned that the thing which you chase wants to call itself curator of sorts. I don't know why. But it keeps coming up over and over.
Now, is the thing that I chase a lot of things. Is that the mountain or is that the armor?
That is the armor.
I'm not a fan of non-manned armor. We tend to have bad luck in this group.
Are you becoming superstitious now after what all you've seen?
He's
I believe you've seen much stranger things than a small suit of armor which walks on its own.
Wasn't there a drow inside that armor before?
Rockrock's gonna grin. It's like, I don't know what superstitious means. It's just I don't like things when I try to kill, they come back.
Cobalt has to believe in luck because he's encountered it so much.
Actually, it's a tangible thing for Cobalt.
At this point, yes, it is.
But I'm not so blind to not see things. But I say, as we were flying, Ember did not like that mountain. And I'm curious to find out why. Would a horse, even though you said something impending doom in there, I have this feeling that we should take a look at it before it gets out of hand.
Those simpler creatures have not been gifted with the curse of sapience. Listen to their instincts much more than you and I. Thus, they tend to feel things that go unnoticed for those of us who are intelligent. Things which are truly dangerous. Dogs lay down before an incoming storm, even though there are no clouds on the horizon. There is danger out there, and the beast senses it. I feel there's no reason to distrust it.
I don't distrust it. I trust her judgment. I have seen those things too, but I'm more, as I get older, become slightly more cautious, especially being in this group.
Mm.
We tend to have a habit of drawing powerful things, and I hate to say it, it's taken me this long just to realize that.
It doesn't seem that she has anything to say.
He'll look to Sully, he's like, so, I think me and you should go on a venture and check out that mountain, or we can go try to find a base of those drows.
I would not be opposed to it. Moving as a group does seem to continually invite disaster. But should we encounter the same thing when it's just us two, we may be in a little more trouble.
I think we could take it.
I mean, yes, but
He smiles super wide.
well, I mean, you're not wrong. One way or another, we always survive. Just keeps happening. I mean, I was in a giant magical mech explosion. I don't think anything can top it.
I could try better.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you could.
So, your choice. Drow hunting or mountain exploring?
I want to find the drow, but I'm not sure how much connection they have to that armor, really. For all I know, it was a corpse inside there.
That's what I've been thinking. So,
I do want to find Shaluth.
Well, if that is, then I say we move as a small unit. Me, you, looks at Sora. Move and do some recon, some heavy recon.
Right.
I can hear the gears in Dova's head turning as you talk of splitting the party.
Mm-hmm. I'm excited.
And he'll stand up and walk over to Sully and just nuzzle him and go, "Oh, this is gonna be fun."
You don't have to butter me up. I already said yes, but thank you.
And Rockwood will say, like, let's not tell the party yet about this.
Okay.
And then ask Sora if she's down for this.
With proper knowledge, an assault would be more likely to succeed. However, having backup available, or at the very least an escape plan, is not so, or is a good plan as well. Especially if we might catch it either in the depths of its lair or just outside of it. I don't know if the two of you would stand a chance.
Rock just grins. It's like, I'm strong. I think we can handle this.
Sure.
Sure. He's like,
please do. I'm excited.
It's like, besides, you have more insight than I do, so I trust your judgment. We'll work as a team. If you will, and go investigate this ourselves before we bring it back.
Anyways,
This is gonna be fun.
Alex is going
I
to
believe
be building some stocks that when they return.
you can put them in.
Cobalt's already writing up a help wanted sign.
Anyways, I have been told that we need to end pretty soon here. So I think that's exactly what I will do. Next session we will pick off, hopefully with a bit of action on Sully and Rock's part.
Better get some flint and tinder to burn those things.
Yeah.
I got torches and a tinderbox. I haven't used them since game 1.
Great! A fire in our own settlement.
Oh yeah, dude.
And a fire horse. Oh, we're good.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Well, thank you all so much for joining us this evening. I hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you to Dova for that interesting DM job. I will be back tomorrow with Fallout. Or sorry, not tomorrow with Fallout. Tomorrow is Darkest Dungeon. Returning to that beast of a game again. Thank you to my patrons, donators, and subscribers. You guys are the ones that make sure that I can keep bringing you this content. Buizels, thank you so much for fulfilling the donation goal this evening. That was very much appreciated. Remember to hit that follow button, subscribe to the channel. If you're watching this on YouTube, come join us live over here on Twitch. And yeah, I bid you all adieu.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Boy.
Boy! Oh.